All right. So
You need a lighter? Read them?
I think I got that night vision thing on it.
No, to read the notes.
Oh, the notes. So what prompted you guys to reform?
To reform?
Yeah.
808 bro.
Because we could.
Is it 808 982?
We decided it was time.
It was a partial reformation, actually.
Yeah.
So how did you join the band?
I don't know, dude.
I've been friends with DH for the last probably 5 years. Really solid. And my other band, Dr. No, used to open for these guys in the early 80s, so I met them way back when. And DH called me up one day and said, you want to go to Oakland and jam with the guys? Because we have a live record coming out. We're doing a record release party and we're going to do a few songs.
Yeah, we just thought it was going to be like a one-off show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it would be a one-time thing, and there was a booking agent there, and he walked up after the show and said, you guys want to take this on the road? We all kind of laughed and said, yeah, go ahead. You know,
That's what we said.
yeah, exactly. And we told him, yeah, sure, you know, let's see what you can do. And a couple days later, he goes, you guys want to go to South America in 2 weeks?
And we said,
like, we better get our passports. And off we went, and now we've been going, like, what, 7 months?
well, yeah.
September was the first one.
Yeah, September is when we started. So,
Is it more? You think it's more than just a couple tours? Can you see guys yourselves working on new material or recording a new album?
we're not even going there yet. We're just trying to figure out where we're going next, sort of the deal. I mean, you know, we know about a month and a half down the road where we're going to be playing next.
Oh yeah.
And so we know we get a break in August, and we're going to start to maybe rethink stuff around then. But until then, we don't tell anybody anything because we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we have no idea. We still have so many songs to learn from the DK's.
People want to hear all this other stuff that that we haven't gotten down yet, and we sort of want to do a lot of them. And we sort of want to forget a couple of them, but mostly we want to do most of them. And so, if it comes upon us and it's not too sticky, then we'll do that.
Yeah, I could see us touring more, but I don't know about a live. Who wants to hear new Dead Kennedys material? People have waited years to hear the old stuff. And I know if I wasn't in the band and I went to a show and I heard them play all new material, I'd be pissed. You know, I would pay to come and see, Lynch Landlord, Chemical Warfare, Nazi Punks, not some new song called.
If we work stuff in, it'll be like worked in one at a time. It's going to be a long time before we ever get to a point of maybe having an album. We don't know if we're going to do that even. It's like playing it by ear right now, literally.
And it hasn't been offered to us, so
Yeah.
that's another reason why we haven't thought about it.
What's with this minor consideration organization you're associated with it?
It's a group of ex-child actors that formed after the suicide of Rusty Hammer, who was an ex-child actor, and it was started by a friend of mine named Paul Peterson. And it's just kind of a watchdog organization for ex-child actors who kind of get in legal problems, like Bonaducci or Todd Bridges, or drugs and alcohol, like I did for a while. And I donate a portion. People have asked, what portion, and isn't there a better cause you could give to? But it's a cause that's close to my heart, and I give to other causes too. But it's, my politics and my music I keep them separate. I don't advertise them. So
Actually, remember Paul Peterson?
yeah, he was in Donna Reed show.
So
Got a hit record on Pulpits.
Yes, he did. He was a teen idol.
well, you guys have taken some heat since you got back together. You guys have anything to say about the people that slandered you lately?
People have slandered us lately, like the press and stuff like that.
Like alternative tentacles.
Yeah.
Well,
They're talking shit.
Well, they can talk all this shit they want, and karma comes back at you without using too much cliches. We don't talk shit about them, and we like to keep it that way, you know. Basically, they're doing what they feel like they gotta do, and if people have enough brains to think for themselves and go to both sides of the story, or just come out and see a show, because what we used to be about and what we still are about is thinking for yourselves instead of being told what to do by some corporate entity. So,
If we haven't sold, T-shirts and CDs, that's what every band does. That's what Biafra does in his spoken word.
and
That's
as far
what
as the
everybody
money
does
clips and
everywhere.
shot glasses, which is the last thing we were accused of that we're not selling.
Shot glasses?
Shot
We were
glasses?
saying that we were going to be selling shot glasses and money clips at our merch site.
We
We're
thought
not
maybe
doing it.
weld the money clip shut so they didn't work.
So it wouldn't work.
Yeah,
that was
but then that got thrown out too. There's tons of merchandise that people would probably buy, but there's only a certain amount of things that the whole band would actually feel comfortable. But I'm pretty much the outsider, just asked by my friends to come in and sing. So
It's along the line of.
I can't really speak about the lawsuit or anything.
It's along a part of the string of a line of slander, which started with the whole Levi's commercial thing, which was never a thing that actually happened.
It never happened.
Never even happened.
Holiday, what was the little song? Holiday.
An ad agency approached us at one point, asked us if they could use Holiday Cambodia for a Levi's. I think it was a doctor's commercial.
What the hell?
Some guys I do.
Agency, we thought it would be something that would sell out. Levi's sold trousers, as Joe Strummer put it. But Ray passed the idea, because it's his duty in the partnership. We had a partnership to pass it around to everybody. We all said, yeah, right. And that was the end of it. It's like, I never got beyond a feeling. There's no money mentioned.
Never happened, never
Where did
will.
the lawsuit come in? What the fuck happened with that? What is that all about?
Biafra was caught skimming off the top of funds.
Taking more than he should have.
More than he should, about 18.
Whether he did it
The fact is,
on purpose or by accident, he's in charge of the label. So
the crime came in and they're trying to cover up of it. Just sort of like Catholic priests sort of do.
But to learn both sides of the story, I recommend going to Alternative Tentacles
check out their
website,
story.
read their side of it, and then go to Dead Kennedy's News and read the side that tells about the lawsuit and frequently ask questions, like what has been said and what is really going on. And then check out deadkennedys.com for updates on where we're going.
There's also another really good. There's another good site called Rambozo.com, which has a good message board with a lot of good information. And I'm going to take into eventually log on to and start answering some stuff that needs to be answered.
Yeah, but going back to your original question of what do we think about people that talk shit, it's like, this is punk rock, and there's no rule to it. And who says you can't have somebody else come up and sing? I've been singing punk rock for 22 years. It's what I love to do. These are songs I believe in. Musicians that I have fucking worshipped since I was, 18, 19. And also punk rock gives me the opportunity to kind of say, fuck you. If you don't like it, don't come.
Yeah, you don't gotta come.
I mean, you got
You don't gotta come.
We tried on a few other people before we tried out Brandon. Brandon was it immediately. There was no discussion about it. It was like, okay, it was
No,
like,
you told me.
black and white. Well, we wanted to keep you on pins and needles.
Right?
But it was really like a done deal.
I wanted to do
For
it.
one thing, he's not trying to be Biafra. He's not trying to imitate Biafra. He's just doing songs that Biafra wrote a lot of the lyrics to, but he's doing them like Brandon does them.
I couldn't be Biafra.
It
If I
was all,
tried.
yeah, it was like, what's the word?
Right time for democracy. Ruin all that.
The whole thing basically, the whole thing was a corroboration. Corroboration. I'm drawing a blank on that word.
There you go.
Corroborative effort.
Senior moment.
Corroborative effort.
I guess I got
But he wrote most of the lyrics, though.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much. The sad thing about this whole ugly fucking mess is that the only people that are really going to make money out of it when it's all said and done are lawyers. A lot of people come up and they say, you know what, I was skeptical, but I came. And I say, you know what, I was skeptical too.
Yeah, dude.
You know, because it's stepping into a legendary, you know, huge fucking band, and it's just, you know, I'm really fucking lucky. I'm really fucking lucky to, you know, be able to get on the same stage with these guys.
You know, years later, what's the crowd like, you know, compared to, say, you know, 1984 or something?
It's different. There's a lot more. It's a different. For one thing, that's another reason we're doing it is because 80% of people have never seen it. You know, there's about 20% of the people are people who saw us when they were kids, or maybe when they were 30 if they're really old, but like me. And the rest of it is people who hadn't had a chance to see it, and we're thinking, what the hell, you know? And the other thing is that I've noticed has changed is we never had the whole autograph deal. Was like it's a whole different sort of a different thing. The good things that are happening outside of that is that people are sort of like coming in with a more of an informed edge to it. You know, the people that do come to punk shows are a little more informed now, it seems. And girls are out there on the floor now. I mean, but they're not just standing in the back anymore. If there's a bit going on, they're having fun in it and shit like that.
Yeah, Dead Kennedys fans have always been really intelligent, and the people that come to the shows now usually have seen both sides of the story and have thought for themselves and said, you know what, I'm going to give it a chance. And that's all we ask. Just give it a chance. Don't believe one side or the other. Split it somewhere down the middle and give it a, you know.
Yeah, we're still saying think for yourselves as opposed to telling people what to think.